Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee aji Samvidhan Bachao Andolan Safe Constitution Rally Takishe Town Hall Dimapur All India Congress Committee Secretary in Charge Nagaland Christopher Tilakpara kuishe ki BJP to sabse dangor pickpocket ase kuishe aro Congress para kuishe ki kun bhi itu Indian Constitution to dilute nukuribo nibine kuishe. IB Dula detailed report sabo.
Now, today we gather here. We all are the lovers of a democracy. We are the lovers of a secularism. And I think we are the few selected persons who are willing to fight for our rights. When we see how the present government, the BJP government, has decided and they have resolved to go against the already amended Constitution of India, as well as what was their target and how it was successfully they tried to monitor, but somehow by some interventions, the intellectuals of this mighty country of India, it was not fulfilled their dreams of the BJP. They have promised that if the gets more than 400 seats, they will change the constitution and total. That was their aims and objectives. And how the one party, one BJP party, has come up in such a strong vocals, saying that such a oath which was this amended for a country, a particular party which is ruling for 15-20 years has decided to re-amend the constitution. When we look through the internal things, RSS, the BJP, their foundation is RSS. RSS is based on the Hindu Diva, and the RSS followers, how they are determined, Kiman, Taigan, Chi, Holibi, Paribo, Pahar Dibi, Humabo, Kornataka, Jagadibi, Chapo, India, the Palace, the 5-star, 7 stars, the Pohamanogabi, Ahigina, Amar Nagamanulaga, Chukati, Humaigina, RSS agent gan in the 10-15 years back period against Taigan Kitia BJP government form Grushi, Ido Amagan Osordi Ekta Peg Turigina, Postal Laga Peg Ekta Turigina, Amagan no Tuti Lagagina, any friend Nishina period Tagagan, Posti Kinar Rina Chai Tagagan, those were the RSS agents, Kiyoshi. BJP government form logo governor to kon sob manu governor ho jai ekta pek logina pira takakan to sob governor ho jai RSS religious foundation hoabra itu RSS para politically bi iman motivate kuribo parise aro taigan amala freedom itu sob to bhangi dibo karone itu bhangi dia do le freedom laga India as ito amagan ito phangi dibole laga decision to ase dosra ikun noy Hindu diva dihi taikan thuri gina chi hole bi ito India to hole Hindu diva pra rule kuribo lage ito laga hi understanding di RSS pra ito shuru hoise ajibi RSS pra Prime Minister pra loigina kiman takase RSS pra kalia yatia hibide bole takan jabo hi lagi taikan ikibar taikan nijor kurubon na constitution edu change kurubol lagabe under pressure pra chi holebi taikan eta aims and objectives tagina hi kurasa to amagan edu kinaga shuru kuraso asol amar naga society bi Aro yadi Nagaland dibi, aro yadi minority taka kambi, kinaga effect ho itu amagan itu mainland laga charigina saile mani amagan freedom of speech na pai to na to tadi political leader kumba BJP laga against the BJP laga government policy against the pata dile mani itu ahigina CBI aro itu dosra agency kan sob ahigina thurigina childi aram ra lojegna minister tak bi loijan childi pungu chief minister tak bi chagina pungu freedom of expression aro freedom of speech itu ikuna takause even our media friends taikan aso ki tikise itu koile mani taikan la channel gi itu pungu ritia itu kan correspondence logo itu punishment jail di dia itu ho jai to amar secularism India to federal aro secularism democracy di face korina pana ase olivi dia itu attack korboli kore ase to amar itu secularism to aman protect korbo parana e gole mani itu religion freedom bi nai harmony bi na thakibo aro amagan chi olivi apni kan itia traditionally ki amar religion to culture sob to aman laga ki ase itu right to be hatai dibo itu laga indirect clear dam di amagan itu olap pagibo lagi aro itu laga kitia itu change hobo electoral reforms itu ahi jabo electoral reforms mani electoral reforms si taigan la with a mighty hand kili bole ase to kitia itu amar olap taigan ki chance bo itu aha to hole amagan nohegina mission bra kam guru bole ase manubra nohegina amagan laga hat laga kam na taka ho jabo so mission bra ho jabo mission bra amagan pabna nichina noe amang ki to kaide aro itu mechanism do taigan itu panai gina ahi jabo aro itu mechanism kan do kun bra use koribo amar Nagaland bi more than thousands RSS volunteers recruit ho jaise itu ini dusra jaga bra igole noy ami laga phai apni laga kokai apni laga puni apni laga ama papa bra hi itu RSS to penetration security police to iki korde iki plate khaya ase to ama ne to nichani you just see whenever the union ministers comes in the airport kun ga receive kore ase and those all are the RSS agencies Global Universal Library kuliatam di itu RSS founder laga member atam di kun receive kore or youngsters young Naga boys and girls RSS those itu nisina amakan nichane gena influence to kore we are thinking that this BJP government is so good the ministers concerned itu noklak punji shoho mon punji shoho itu punji ho inaga man koi deke but we never know what is the mission behind it itu bi amane jane de poila ekta pek torigina posti ahigina humaigina itu kisa kurigina piragina RSS olok shuru kuritigina BJP government kuradamde itu kan so governor ahanisina who knows what is going on behind us itu bishi amang bishi itu arambra pabiase olibi itu nisina ahibolibi bishi itu chances asade itu pra amagan ji holibi amarbi dedication RSS kan gina dedication gurigina taigan laga ekta aims and object application gurigina amagan soki kinaga amagan freedom aro minority kan holibi amagan soki itu suppress kurase iman tak dedication guribo parle mani why not we all amambi itu defend gurbole itu gi save gurbole do amambi gurbo parbo lagibo to re-dedication gurbo lagibo aro especially in India the secularism party all of here asige and amount that Congress is a champion on the supporting of secularism in democracy itu brahman itu through for the state of Nagaland, Article 371A, This is one of the pride of the Nagas. India Constitution bra among itu power didis. Aro taikan ki law banabo tadi jiolibi kali jagena tu church pangi dibo. Jiolibi itu jagena amakan itu tadi itu ekta Hindu laga noleba religious itu kiba ekta kuribo goina itu compulsory asugana itu parliament law pass korlebi itu law do anekena Nagaland assembly di table korina assembly di itu repass no korle Nagaland di itu impose korbo number iman tak nagagan karone to iman takot tigina sudo aro itu Nagaland di no ina India whole India di Article 371 in itu Naga karone to religion tradition is culture itu sob aro land and its resources Naga laga sidi tadi ni chobi de Naga mano assembly 60 member bra tadi ai to thiga sin no kwadak to parliament di ki pass korle bi chobo na parade goina iman rules iman kara during the times of the Congress itu rule kuratam di aro itu anbikar kan bra iman itu kurigina rakitias Indaga Rakidaga Kun Idia PGP government na kun to village Article 370 Jammu and Kashmir laga village. It to be rigid laga ekta tagisito. Nagaland laga 371A to be if we are not careful. Aro itu laga advantage to aman uses to nitikai delay money. BGP can do anything. Itu bra aman sob miligina American Constitution. Itu religion, democracy, safeguard of the minority, aman laga key traditional ase itu sob to save kurbo karni achibra aro mondi gina the secularism party ki aman paradak support kurigina for the betterment of this mighty India country karni sob mano aman hat meligina kam kuribo aro apna sob aha karni peshi kushi bai se. Thank you.
Now the title or the heading which is given for this program is Samvidhan Bachao, which means save Constitution, save the Constitution. Now, why such kind of a calling has happened now? We are an independent country for more than 75 years. In the first 50-60 years when Congress was in government, there was nothing much we were really concerned about the Constitution. Right through my young age, in fact, we never had any great concerns or discussions about the Constitution. But suddenly in the last 10 years, we are talking about Constitution, we are talking about concepts of secularism, concepts of inclusiveness, which are all become a threat now. Why? While we were having the invocation, our pastor Sanjay Deji, he read out 2 verses in which the second verse was clearly mentioning about the kind of leadership a particular nation should have. If a righteous person is in power, the people are at peace. Correct, Pastor? That is what you said. So today, we are talking about the Constitution because we clearly know that the right person is not in the leadership position. Why? The Constitution is under threat. And why are we concerned about the Constitution? Because we derive our rights from the Constitution, not from any individual political party, but as citizens of this country, we derive the rights of the citizen from the Constitution. So, Constitution is the Bible for every citizen of this country. Now, why BJP wants to change the Constitution or why it wants to challenge the principles the basic essence of this constitution is something which we will have to seriously think about. To understand what this constitution or what is the essence of the constitution, it is enough that you read just the preamble of the constitution. We don't need to read the complete set of articles which is enshrined in the constitution. It is just enough that we go through the preamble. It is good that in this invitation they've printed the national anthem, but I think from next meeting onwards we should print the preamble at the back of this, because the preamble clearly mentions certain constitutional values. What are those values? Equality, liberty, and fraternity. These are the principles or the values which is very much in the Bible also. These are biblical values which has also been very much clearly articulated by Buddha more than 2000 years before. So, the first major constitutional values, which is equality, liberty, and fraternity, are under threat. And what are the other major constitutional values? Justice. When it comes to justice, we speak about social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Justice is not just social justice, political and economic justice. So, how did we come to this set of values? Who were the people who were behind this set of values? Who is an RSS? We will not be able to trace. You can find out who is a BJP office bearer. But who is an RSS guy? Nobody knows. They meet in the midnights, 2 hours, 3 hours, they talk. Morning, they are clear with what to do. So, dear friends, how are we going to combat with such kind of a group? It is not that easy. We all say that Nagaland is a Christian state with almost 90% of Christians. But BJP is growing. How is BJP growing? That means some of the Christians are also partners to their growth. And I am quite sure that some of the Christians are also equally very much influenced by the RSS ideology. So now, identifying RSS in Maharashtra, in Haryana is easier because they are little bit visible, they also claim. But how will you identify RSS in Nagaland? This is a very tough process. So, dear friends, since this constitution has such a valuable history, since it is, both Gandhi and Ambedkar, because of their education in Oxford, Cambridge, and Columbia University, London School of Economics, they have brought a lot of great ideas into the constitution for empowerment of the marginalized section. Now, BJP wants to convert this, RSS wants to convert this into a constitution based on Manu, which is completely hierarchical, based on the Brahminical order, where women will have to play as second fiddle role to men everywhere. And SC, STs, OBCs, minorities, Dalits, women, all will be pushed aside, and once again we will follow the Manu system where the men from the dominant communities will dominate. So, dear friends, this is the agenda of BJP. So, we have some seniors who are in their 70s, 80s. They have seen the glorious period of India. when Congress after independence, they have enjoyed all the good fruits of the Congress government. Now, what is there for the younger generation? I have got 2 kids. My elder son is just finished his engineering. My daughter is in her 12th standard. Now in their schooling only, they are all thinking in terms of religion and caste. When I grew up, I did not grow up in this kind of a circumstances. But today, unfortunately, for a 2nd standard kid, Hindu kid, Muslim is a villain, Christian is a villain. For a 3rd standard Muslim girl, a Hindu girl is a villain. That is the way it has been completely projected and pumped through the social media. Now, in this kind of a highly polarized society, what are we going to do? What is the safety, security for particularly the girls? So, all these things are going to come up in the next decade. So much work has already happened by the RSS. They will all come out if BJP completely comes to power in Nagaland in full force. Now they are in alliance, so they are not able to really show their true colors. But if they come in full force, Nagaland can claim that it is a Christian state. But we will not know what will happen to this Christian state if BJP comes here to power. I think Apogji in his last meeting also was mentioning that some of the buildings, some of the monuments have been started naming after RSS leaders who are nowhere connected to Nagaland. But why are they naming those RSS leaders who are basically from Maharashtra? What is their relevance here? That means they have started planting their seeds very concretely. So, the only way to fight against these Manuvadis is through upholding the principles of Constitution. And if we have to uphold the principles of the Constitution, we should be aware of what are the core principles, and we should speak about these values very vocally. Like I used to say, Congress is like this electricity, power. When you have electricity, now you are not bothered. Everybody is enjoying this nice, cool situation here. I am able to speak very coolly because microphone is working, everything is fine. Now suddenly, if the electricity supply goes off, we will not be talking about Constitution. We will all be thinking about when will the electricity come back. Correct? Yes or no? Yes. The same way, when Congress was in power, everybody was bindas. Life is going on here. Life is cool. Everybody was thinking about how we have to multiply our profits, how I should migrate to other countries, how a lot many things were pretty much cool. And people used to criticize Congress also. Hey, dekho yaar, Manmohan Singh ji is not speaking properly. Sonia ji ko Hindi nahi aata hai. Manmohan Singh ji doesn't smile only. Now you have a Prime Minister who is smiling all the time. You have a Prime Minister who is all the time speaking. बहुत अच्छा हिंदी बोल रहा. He speaks very good Hindi. And he gives you whatever stories you want, he is also giving that good stories also. But still, why people are so antagonized? Why people are so irritated? Because BJP, very smilingly, they cut your pockets. They are the biggest pickpocketers. Very happily, while talking to you, only Modi would have cut both your pockets. So, You come to Tamil Nadu, which is my home state, even BJP finds it difficult to put Modi's photo in their campaigning banner during election. Why? Because people will even vote for BJP, but people don't want to vote for Modi. That is the kind of Prime Minister we have.